Right, yes, the microphone is working. Let's not move or breathe while the lead falls out. Okay, I am back again. I have started delving through some of that militaria that arrived from the States, and yes, there is a lot of it. And so far, I am winning, which is nice. But I will get on to the purpose of this video in a second. I have to, Tom will already notice what I'm wearing. I got given a t-shirt from Tom. And as you can see, it reads, "This is mine." Let's lean this way. And then there's the, the familiar parachutists. And then the words, "white t-shirt." And there's a chicken on the shoulder. And on the reverse, oh, how am I going to... It says the famous bandwagon of brothels. So yes, thanks, Tom, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this is the first time I've worn it because I left it in Scott's car when we were at the airfield event thing, and that's where it's been until we came around yesterday. So yeah, thanks for that, buddy. Right. Anyway, on to, let me make myself smaller. You'll be pleased to know you won't see as much of me. So this grouping of items here, this has a name. This tunic has a name inside and a number. And I bang that into good old Google and hit go, and weirdly his dog tag is for sale at the moment. Well, it was until I went, well, I'll purchase that then. So I found his dog tag straight away. I haven't got any history. It's Air Force, doesn't excite me that much anyway, but at least I get the tag to marry up to the tunic. Don't know how long they've been separated or how long it's been for sale on eBay. I didn't ask, but nice little win there. Now, the massive win is this tunic and these pink trousers here. Now, the pink trousers are named to a colonel, and you can see from the... oh, look at that. We can even zoom in. You can see from the jacket, there's nice Colonel Eagles on the shoulder. You've got a British-made chafe patch. And at first I went, what the hell is that insignia? And then you got some typical ribbons. The tunic is a British-made example. So I take the name that's on the trousers, that also has the same rank as the tunic, and I hit go into Google. And then I had to go, what the hell's going on? This is a bit nuts. So let me just flick to... So Charles E. Sands is what I've got on the trousers, Lieutenant Colonel. And this is his obituary. Now it gets a bit interesting here. So he served in the Army World War II, rising to the rank of Colonel, check, and designated Secretary of State of the US War Crime Tribunals. What the hell? I thought to myself, how has this jacket and trousers got muddled up with just random militaria and put up for auction? The auctioneers don't mention him. They don't mention anything about any of this. I don't think they even mention his name. So, okay, so now I've got a bit more information. I start doing different searches, and sure enough, he was one of the initial couple of people that set up how they were going to create the Nuremburg Trials. So, you know, we get this page. Oh, let me move me out the way. So we get early on, they got a meeting going on, and he is now the acting Secretary of State. And this is, you know, held at the Palace of Justice, Nuremberg, Germany. And you get all these books on different volumes. And when you hit Sands and you go down, sure enough, look, there he is. Charles E. Sands was the Secretary General from the 20th of January 47 to the 18th of April 1947. But he doesn't disappear at that point. He then becomes the person down from that. So he's now the Deputy and Executive Secretary General from the 18th of November. Oh, wait, there's a... No. Oh, I might need to... Oh, no, sorry, no, he's here. So from 25th of October 46 to the 17th of November 46, and then from the 18th of November to January 47, he's the Deputy and Executive, and then he goes back after the 19th of January. From the 20th, he is Secretary General again. So he's got a period of a couple of years there where, you know, he's very important to the setting up and the initial start of the Nuremberg Trials. And again, he appears in a couple of different books. So what was this one? This is volume 9 of the Flick case, whatever the Flick case was. And then every now and again you'll come across some transcripts, and sure enough, you know, the president of the tribunal calls to order and asks Mr. Secretary General if all the defendants are present, and he calls out their names and they respond here, here, and no response, and a couple of people are ill, and he explains why. Yeah, so the defendants Curl, Engert and Oswald, well, however you pronounce that, they're not there, and he has things to read out. So he is part of the trials as well. So he helped set it all up. He's part of the trials, and he was working at the same time for something called Omgus. And I think that's why he gets pulled away from the Nuremberg trials, because they're trying to denazify Germany. And one of the documents says it was very important work that he was doing. Oh, I'm not going to find. I've got so many things open. It was really important what he was doing with this Omgus group. They were trying to re-educate the German population into thinking of a more democratic and more American way of life, where, you know, your opinion matters. You can vote on things. You've got freedom of speech. The press can now publish what they want. They don't have to be told. Maybe not Fox News, but you know, so he was a big part of that as well. What he was doing, I don't know. I've not found his name mentioned too many times, other than this secretary worked for this man and things like that, where, you know, he's there, but you don't really know what he's doing. So yeah, that was quite a surprise to realise that. I mean, I'm not giving you the exact figure, but I paid less than £400 for that whole lot of stuff there, where you've got 3 NCO caps, 1 officer cap, 3 enlisted tunics, 1 officer tunic, 2 pairs of Wolves. One of these pairs of Wolves trousers is absolutely massive. It must be about a 36-inch waist. It's huge. I mean, it's big and baggy on me, and I'm a 32. The other pair is just a regular, you know, it wouldn't fit an ant. The caps are a bit knackered, but I've taken the piping off of the blue one to use. It's also that dark sort of post-war sort of colour. But yeah, massive win. So I need to photograph that properly and get that up for sale somewhere, because it's far too specialist to keep here in this collection. It's just utterly random. But the patches, sorry, not the patches, the insignia that's on there is some specialist that they brought out in about late 40s to mid 50s, and then it was got rid of. It was I can't remember, a specialist officer or something. So I guess that sort of relates to the sort of legal work or whatever it was. He was sort of tied under, like judge advocate sort of stuff. But they brought that insignia back out fairly recently as, again, some specialist insignia. So it was sort of, you know, used for less than 10 years, and now it's been brought back for whatever reason the military do the things that they do. But yes, very interesting tunic. Yeah, do you know what, I'm going to call it there and make another video in a second. Okay, so there is my Nuremberg Trials tunic and trousers. How fucking bizarre is that?